If he really is every desire, there's nothing else to do.
Exactly.
But if there's other stuff to do, that means there's other desires. And he is not all desires. Are you seeing?
Yeah.
So a lot of Christian movements praise God for them and the things that are happening in them. If Jesus is not everything and the ministry of the feet is not the whole of a man's satisfaction, happiness, peace, joy, direction, guidance, empowerment, if it is not that, then we have accepted another. We've accepted an addition. Some people have not replaced Jesus, they just added to him. But the destruction is just the same. Jesus must be all and he must be only. And some people never experience him as all because they haven't experienced him as only. But when we give ourselves to him having him only, then we can experience him as all. Some people, and I've found in my own life, I have slipped into this many times, whatever I don't release to him at his feet, he cannot be that for me.
Yeah.
What's the significance of him not being able to be that for me? It means I look for something else.
Yeah.
It means that I scramble around to try to fulfill this area that is only void because I wouldn't give it to the one who fills all. But if I will give everything to him at his feet and become nothing, then he can actually come in and do it. Martin Luther said, if God created the world out of nothing, then for God to create anything out of me, I must first become nothing. And that's the beauty of the ministry of the feet. Everything goes down to his feet. The last thing it says is, this is my beloved, this is my friend. Now I want you to see chapter 6, verse 2. She says, verse 1. The last 5 words, it says, we may seek him with you. So she says, where is your beloved gone? Most beautiful among women, where has your beloved turned? That we may seek him with you. It is her expression of her own personal experience of the bridegroom that drew others to him. So here's our goal. Tell people he's dazzling because you yourself have been dazzled, and this will draw men to God. This is how people get drawn to Jesus, by you being dazzled and speaking out from that dazzling place. So that when we wake up in the morning, our hearts are simply saying things like this: dazzle me again, Lord.
Wow.
Dazzle me broken, dazzle me blind. Dazzle me, Jesus. I find in my own life, I'm a flawed, deeply wicked individual on the inside. I just recently read from the Puritans. They said, if you did not hold me back, I'd be a devil incarnate.
Wow.
You hear that? That's what the Puritans wrote.
Yeah.
And when I read that, I said, that is so true.
Yeah.
I feel there's a deep black wickedness that's still there, and almost like a fountain of wickedness.
Yeah.
If my eyes are not looking at Jesus, I'll even manipulate everything to be about me.
Yeah.
What's more evil than turning the Bible to be about you? When God gave you 1,600 years of writings to say one word, Jesus.
Wow.
So even in ministry, that wickedness can come out in making everything about yourself. Why is it sin? Because Jesus is not in his proper place. What is sin? It's not bearing God's image correctly.
Wow.
What is not bearing God's image correctly? Not looking at Jesus sufficiently.
Wow.
Looking at Jesus is the beginning and the end of this whole thing. So it says here, that we may seek him with you. Look at what she says here. My beloved has gone down to his garden. She knows where he is. Do you see this? This is important because she had lost him in being lazy, but she knows right where to find him. In the last chapter of Song of Solomon, it says this incredible statement. It actually moves me to tears. In verse 13 of chapter 8, it says, "O you who is sitting in the gardens." Do you see this? It says here that he has gone down to the garden. You who sit in the gardens. Are you seeing what's going on here? What's going on, Eric? She knows where he is, and she knows where to find him. He's waiting for her where she knows where to find him. Are you seeing this? This is incredible. So many people enter into dry areas of their life. And what is that dryness? It's not going where they know he is. Why do people become dry? They don't go to where they know the river is. Why do people become hard-hearted? Why do they lose a love interest in Jesus? They don't go where he is waiting for them. It's almost as if you can paint this picture. Jesus is in the garden of prayer, in the garden of communion, waiting for you to come. And people are passing by. They see Jesus still waiting there for you. And they say, Jesus, she's not coming. She's not coming. Just give up. And he says, I'm not leaving. This is the only place she knows where to find me.